A little bit of ranked duos with some randoms, so we'll see how this goes. Welcome. That was supposed to come back down the hill. What up, B? Thanks for the good luck, man. Welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I'm above the dirt, you know, still breathing, so. I'm told that's good. What up, Ace? It's going, man. One day at a time. See if we can use that backstop. Oh, don't need it. Thought that one was going to go a little bit further, but I'll take it. Nice putt. 60 yards. It'll do a little max range spinner. Hopefully I got enough room. Oh, that's a shit lie right there. It should veer hard to the left, but watch, the damn thing's gonna go straight. If I was hitting it, that thing would be in the woods on the left. Watch, his is gonna go straight. I can predict the future. He did aim quite a bit right, though. So, that lie actually did affect him. Alright, let's see if we can't get this close. Oh, it's gonna be short. Damn it. I underpowered that transition. The rhythm. And I think and the transition. Oh. Ah. That spinner is a great shot, but man, to get the distance right, you need a good swing. That just wasn't a good swing. Bummer. Get in the hole. Thank you. Nice putt. No, if you're blasting it, I'm blasting it. I'll just tell you that right now. See if we can keep it on the fairway, that's the question. That's pathetic. Be alright though. 130-yard shot in. That's a good shot. By the way, welcome everyone. Feel free to lurk, hang out, say hi, whatever. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm trying to start streaming, pick back up and start streaming on a regular basis again. I need to find something to occupy some time. So I figure why not get back into streaming. May even play the game that we no longer speak of. Maybe. No problem. Weird putt. I'm turning and stop. A little too much. But yeah, sit. I mean, been playing a lot of this golf, but just been doing it off stream. Now that I'm back in Louisiana, I'm settled in, sort of. Got internet that's capable. So, and I got the time to do it, so make it happen. It's going to be so difficult to go back and play Golf Clash, though. I'm not going to lie. This game is so much better. I mean, to go back and play that, that's going to be difficult. Not sure I can do it. Yeah, I only got rid of one account, so I should still have 7 or 8. But hell, I might even have lost access to some of them accounts, so who knows? Don't really care. I know I still have access to, you know, some of the main ones. At one time, I had 14 active accounts, and I played them all in every tournament. That is very time-consuming, playing 14 tournament rounds and creating my own shots at the same time. But that was back when you had shootouts and shit, right? It would be a little easier to do it now. Not that I would. The hell with that. Yeah, I'll pop in and watch some other people play from time to time when I see the streams rolling. And even just watching it, I get no there's no inkling to even want to go back and play it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the past, when I stopped playing for a little while, I would go and watch a stream or something, and I'd want to play. Now, no, not even a little. I could have smashed that one down there, but I'm gonna leave my guy a full shot in, or chick, or whatever the hell it is. Just imagine if you could have all the time and money that you spent playing Golf Clash back. Imagine. or even just the money. I spent some money, but I know people that spent way more than me. These putts, pain in the ass to read. So close. Well, here's the thing. I mean, if you could get the time back, then that would be fantastic. But you would have to get the time back with the knowledge that you currently have. And then you would have to go back to the past and then relive from that point forward, right? Because, I mean, otherwise, how would you get your time back? So, I mean, I would take that over the money any day of the week. You know, give me 10 years of my life back. I'll pass up any amount of money. Just let me get some historical lotto numbers first, and then send me back. I mean, it's entertainment, no matter how you look at it, Ace. But, you know, a lot of us went slightly overboard with it. Just a little bit. I hope this doesn't get crazy. Really kind of shitty landing area. Stop. I'm trying to land it on the top of that hill. Hopefully you're cancer free. Get in the hole. Damn it. Could have used that one. Maybe they'll miss this putt. That's good. Cancer sucks. No, I haven't spoke to him today. I know he was sick last time I spoke to him a few days ago. trying to get over that. So he may or may not pop up depending on how he's feeling. Hopefully he's feeling better. Yeah, right after he got off his 2-week vacation. Or right before he got off of his 2-week vacation. He got sick, real sick. It wasn't COVID and it wasn't the flu. They don't know what it was. That's reassuring, right? You go to the doctor, yeah, you're sick as fuck. You don't know what it is, but you're sick as fuck. Take 2 Motrin. Call me in the morning. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, you could have put one close there. Yep. Don't worry, though. It'll be 800 milligram Motrin. You know, prescription strength. That was the Army's answer for everything. You broke your leg? Take some Motrin. You got a flu? Take some Motrin. Got a backache? Take some fucking Motrin. Got a headache? Take some Motrin. It didn't matter. Motrin. That's the answer to everything. Damn. I had it and I moved it back. Yeah, if anybody's ever been in the military, you go to a military doctor, guarantee you're walking out of that with some Motrin. That's not horrible. All right, Ty, I'm going to need you to shank this, please. See that bunker to the right? It's calling your name. That is not the bunker, but good enough. Hopefully. Ooh, they almost dropped that putt. Sweet. GG's. I wonder what my rank is in duos. I haven't looked in a while. We'll peek at the leaderboards real quick. I'm curious. Been a minute since I looked. I'm ranked 4th in solos. And 29th in duos. Not bad. This season I've been focused on solos, getting it up 2200. I'll take 4th place in the world ranks for solos, and since I've been playing duos with mostly with randoms, so, and not as much. So we'll take that. 29th ain't too bad. It can be a real struggle when you're playing with random players, but even with randoms, I don't know. I find solos to be quite boring, especially after the grind this season, because I basically started from scratch and had to grind it all the way up from a few hundred all the way to 2200, and that's just brutal. The one-eyed killer. That's probably going to be my partner. Let's see, who did we get? Yes, the one-eyed killer. If I remember correctly, yeah, he's a Condor as well, I believe. And he plays pretty good, so. And I can't get that 108 for shit. Didn't really need it, but I still want to hit it. I think I'm going to turn my memberships back on as well. I need to go through all that stuff. I'm going to do, maybe I can, well, I don't know. I guess I have to probably get more people that play this game. I could do like a membership, you know, play with members day or stream, but that's gonna require people that play the game. So I don't know. I'd maybe think of something else. What I really like about this game as compared to Golf Clash, well, one of the major things, aside from it being, you know, 100 times better graphically and realistically and just overall, but you don't have to put any money into this game. You just buy the game, and that's literally all the money that you need to spend on this game. And there's no competitive advantage. Or you can spend money, but there's no competitive advantage to the people that do spend money, other than the fact that they may reach, you know, higher club levels and maxes a little bit faster if they're buying the upgrades and stuff, or if they're buying the coins and spending it on the upgrades. You can get there faster if you spend money, but it's not like you can get to a place that I can't get to without spending money. So there's no competitive advantage compared, you know, those that spend money compared to those that don't. So that's probably the best part in my opinion. See if we can get the distance right on this one. Oh, that's gonna be long. No? Okay. Yes, I thought I hit way long. Yeah, free to play, I mean, most of the stuff that you can buy in this game is all cosmetics, right? So, like, the original clubs, you can get different clubs and all that stuff, but you can upgrade the clubs that you get when you start the game, the 2K clubs. You get a set of 2K clubs when you start, like the basic set. You can upgrade those, and they will play the same as the ones that I have, right? So, yeah, free to play all the way. No money spent, just the initial purchase of the game, and that's it, man. I love that. Should never be able to purchase an advantage in a game and then claim that you operate on fair play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just can't be. Could have went in. Yeah, there's no ads. There's no nothing. I mean, like, if you want to spend money, you can buy different shirts and outfits and different kind of clubs and shoes and hats and all that shit, but none of that, it's all cosmetic stuff, right? So none of that will give you any advantage. So you can bling out your character if you want to spend some money, but exactly how it should be. There should be no video games that you can purchase an advantage. You know, like just the thought of that to me is such a turnoff. Yep. So if you get beat in this game, it's because they played better than you on that round. You know, not to say that they're a better player overall, but for that particular round, they got you, right? Like you don't have to sit there and you know wonder if it was a bought win or not. Ooh, nasty. Could have went in. I pushed it up a little bit at the last minute. I should have left it where I had it. Would have been perfect. Another thing about this game versus Golf Clash, this is not a game that you can dial in to the pixel, you know, like Golf Clash. Like there's a certain amount of range built into every shot. You know, even if you hit 4 perfects, there's still a little bit of room there where it might go a little bit left, or it might go a little bit right, or it might come up a little bit short or long. You know, it's not always going to be the same way every time. There's a buffer there. There's uncertainty built into it, more or less. Just enough to prevent people from turning it into like a Golf Clash type deal, where you can, you know, figure out every shot down to the pixel. Alright, I need you to be good, ball. I guess that's good. Yeah, what up, Rob? Welcome, welcome. See, if I could figure that shit out to the pixel, that ball would be in the hole right now. Thanks, B. So you can't perfect this game to that level. Like it's not possible. You can perfect it to an extent, but there's always a margin of error built in. It's never going to be, if you hit this shot, if you aim here and put this spin on it and hit this shot every time, you're not going to get the same result every time. Like the game isn't built that way. And that's a good thing. Well, hello, Miss Jackie. Welcome. B, you gotta play, bro. That's all there is to it, man. You just gotta get after it. Figure out, in the beginning, play around with how you hold the, if whether you're playing with, I'm assuming you're playing with a controller, how you hold the controller, and some people use like the pinch method with their thumb and their forefinger. I use just my thumb. I play on the right joystick. Chris plays off the left joystick. Like, there's draw and then fade bias. You try all those different things out until you find what works best for you. And then once you figure out, what you're having the most success with, stick with it and just get after it and play it. Because it just takes time. Trust me, it's very frustrating. When I first started 25, because I was 3-clicking and 23. And so when I got to 25 and they eliminated the 3-click, I was not a happy camper. It took me a lot of frustration and time to get this stupid swing sorted. But I'm going to tell you, oh shit, that's short. Another thing that's going to help with that, B, is leveling up your clubs and leveling up your character. Once your character gets to the higher levels and you have all the fields unlocked and the skill points and all assigned, and then your clubs, you start to progress through your clubs and have them leveled up a good amount. What that does is that's going to widen the zones for your shots. The little white squares at the top and the bottom. And it also, you'll get more forgiveness. So if you watch my swings, I hardly ever hit 4 perfects. Most of the time I might get the two, the top and the bottom, but a lot of times I'll get one and not the other one. But I'm leveled up so much that even when I miss them a little bit, it's not detrimental to my shot. In the beginning, it will be. But once you get leveled up a bit, you get forgiveness starts to get built into all of that stuff. You get wider points to hit. And so if you look at the circle, they got the white square at the top and the bottom. But if you look on either side of it, there's like a lighter white triangle, top and bottom. That's your forgiveness zone, right? So as long as you can hit it kind of close to your contact points, it's not going to be a crazy far off shot, or it shouldn't be too bad. So, I mean, the upgrading is pretty simple. As far as the club goes, there's 5 slots, right? And then an Evo slot. So you got 5 fitting slots on each club, and then at the end is the Evo slot. So when you have your club equipped, the more you play, you get experience on your clubs, and you'll start to unlock those 5 slots. Once you have those 5 slots unlocked, then you start to work the Evo slot. Once that's unlocked, then you use Evo tools and you can level it up to the next level. Like right now, max level on the clubs is dark matter. All of my clubs are maxed. Right, so, and all that does is that just each different level for your clubs, it just ups the amount that those fittings and stuff have, the effect that they have on your shots. So you start off with like 2 points, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. You know. And you got to do it for each set of clubs. You got to upgrade your drivers and your woods, and if you use hybrid, you got to upgrade that set. But it's each set, so all your woods get upgraded at once. All your irons get upgraded at once. All your wedges get upgraded at once. So you don't have to upgrade each individual wedge, right? It works the whole set. So once you upgrade that set, they all get upgraded. Once you put a fitting on that set, all of the clubs have that fitting. Golf Open Cup? Never heard of it. You should be playing PGA Tour 2K25. Just saying. There is no better golf game on the market. Period. Yeah, I figured it was a finger game. And they gave me that putt. Oh, I guess it's over. Good game, good game. If you don't like playing the career mode and shit, B, go in and play ranked. Go play ranked solos. Well, it ain't gonna matter. Like, even if you go in there and you lose every match, like, who cares? You need the reps and the practice, right? So let's get in there and play. On top of that, there's a fair amount of information out there about this game. A lot of people at videos and such. So if you have any questions about clubs and fittings and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you can ask me. I'd be happy to try and walk you through whatever. But there's there's several players out there that put out tutorial type videos for this game, so you should be able to find all the information you need or answer your questions pretty easily. It's not that complicated once you kind of understand, but really basically that's it. Besides the math and figuring out where to aim and uphill, downhill, and lies and all that stuff, but just the basics of the game. Level up your player, assign all your skill points and attribute points that unlocks your different types of shots, and that gives you points to build up your player, so you'll get more power, you'll get more forgiveness and a better swing path and all that stuff just by playing and leveling up the character. Once max is 99, so once you have your character at 99 and you have all your points assigned in your skill tree, so that'll be the base character, right? And then you can upgrade your clubs and add on top of that with club fittings and such. But and you get those points just by playing. And it doesn't matter what you play, like, or what mode you play. If you like career mode, you can definitely level up in career mode. If you don't like career mode, which I didn't, you can level up by playing nothing but ranked, which is what I did. I didn't play any career mode. I might have played 2 career mode rounds, and I said, nope, I ain't doing it. I went straight into rank, and I ain't left since. All my level ups come from rank play. I mean, and you could play top golf. You still get points for that. I mean, no matter what mode you play, you get certain amount of skill points and player points and such for every hole you play. Doesn't matter in what mode you play that hole. As long as you're playing the game, you're earning points, skill points, and attribute points and such. So don't feel like you gotta stick to career mode or stick to ranked or whatever. You can play whatever you want. Well, this is a hell of an approach. Oh, it's so close. Well, another yard, and that would have been perfect. Yeah, that's we were just talking about that, Rob. The best part is that there's zero advantage for spending money in this game. I have not spent any money in this game other than the initial purchase of the game. I have all of my clubs maxed out, and like all my ranks are my duo and solo ranks are both maxed out, and I compete with the best in the world at this game, and I have spent literally zero money besides just the initial purchase, and I'm competing, with the best players. So there's zero advantage to spending money in this game. The money you spend in this game is basically cosmetic. So you can buy different shirts and outfits and clubs, and you can bling out your character or get your Riz or whatever the hell you kids say these days. But there's no competitive advantage to spending money. So now if you wanted to, you can level up your characters faster if you spend money. You can shorten that time frame that it takes to grind out and level up your character by playing. You can get there faster if you want to drop some dough. But you can't get to a place that I can't get to for free. So I just get there slower. But we get to the same place in the end. You can play this on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and I think they even have it for Switch, Nintendo Switch now. I'm not 100% on the Switch, but yeah, PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. I think they all have it. I play on the PC, and I use a game controller. Man, I hit this too far. Holy shit. Damn. Wow. Man, that's crazy. Why that landed so short. Should have kept the power drive. It's only 3 feet uphill. With a 10-mile-an-hour tailwind, that should have carried easy. Hell, I thought I was going to blow over it. Damn thing didn't even make it. Oh, yeah, well, it is not available. This game is not available on the iPad. Yes, it is. Chris, the one that got me playing this damn game. Chris loves to get me hooked on a game and then stop playing it. Fucker. Oh man, this game is awesome. You gotta play it. First couple of weeks, he's all about it. And then, crickets. Where's Chris? Oh, he's racing. Oh, he's playing Golf Clash again. It's like, oh! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bona fide celebrity in the house. Mr. Ricky Spanish. He's married, ladies. Back off. What up, man? I'm here to clean your pool. But I don't have a pool. I knew I hit that. I overpowered it. Boy, that little bit of overpower. As soon as I hit it, I knew it. Dang it. Should have had that. Drive this one for sure. I'm gonna try a crazy shot, y'all. See what happens. YOLO. That's it. I'll take that all day, every day. I hear you on that one, Rob. The same thing I said when I was introduced to this game. But I was still playing Golf Clash at the time. I was like, great, that's what I need, another golf game. Because I still play Golf Impact. Not really. I don't really play it, but I still play it. Still got all my Golf Clash accounts, but I ain't played those things in shit a year probably or more. Feels good to say that. Really. Haven't played Golf Clash in over a year. Feel like a recovering alcoholic. I haven't had a drink since 2024. I haven't had a playdemic since 2024. Damn, I got rid of my playdemic flushing down the toilet meme. Should have kept that one. Oh no. No, no, no. We was talking about that earlier. I mean, used to be when I would take a break for a little while, I would go and watch somebody stream some Golf Clash, and it would get my juices flowing again and make me want to go and play the game. Now, I go and I watch somebody stream, and after about 5 minutes, I'm like, yep, I have zero desire to play this game. Zero. It's still the same. Like, it's no different now than when I stopped playing and when well, not when I started playing. When I started playing, that was the beginning of the game. So it changed. But, I mean, it's still a lot of the same holes being played and a lot of the same shots being played on the same holes in the same way. Like, it's just, there's just nothing in it. Nothing. Nothing in it for me. If I do play any, and I may play some because I'm gonna start streaming now again on a regular basis. I may throw an occasional hour or two at the game just fucking off, or I'm gonna maybe do a quick 9 or something, or, maybe even play a little bit of tour play for an hour or two just to mess around. But definitely that would be the extent of it. I'll never get to a point where I'm putting as much time into it as I used to. You know, that will never happen again. Maybe do something like a throwback Thursday or something where we go back and we play a few hours of Golf Clash or something. Just hang out with the people and maybe play some friendlies. In fact, that's something I wouldn't mind doing. I wouldn't mind playing some friendlies, so I could set up a stream and then just play friendlies. That I could do. Have some fun, hang out, bullshit, catch up with people, I haven't talked to in a while. That would be something that would be worth doing. But beyond that, nah, I'm good. Well, I know, and that's the thing though. I ain't trying to get back into all that shit. Nah. I don't want to. I mean, I know me. I'm anal, and I when I get into it, I get into it, right? Like, so I ain't trying to get back into that shit because I know what I'll do. I ain't doing it. It's not happening. Damn, we 4 up? Nice. Is that game? GG's. Who was my partner there? I wasn't even paying attention. That one-eyed Willie? You know what I just realized? Damn. That's fucked up. Been a fan of the movie Goonies. Shit. Since it came out. Love that game. Our movie. I never, until this day, realized the sexual connotation associated with One-Eyed Willie's treasure. I know what a One-Eyed Willie is, but I never, ever even crossed my mind until today. When I said it just now, I'm like, what? Oh, shit. Sneaky Hollywood motherfuckers throwing shit in there. They spend the whole movie chasing after One-Eyed Willie's treasure. Crazy. Still love the movie though. 3 or 4. Ugh. You wanna go outside? Come on. Go. Now's a good yeah, no, I hear you. Now's a good time. Get it. Yeah, The Goonies is great, man. Good classic movie. They don't make good movies anymore. Hollywood is dead. All they know how to do now is recycle old movies. So there'll probably be another Goonies. It'll just be a remake of the original, and it'll suck. Yeah, they killed creativity, man. Very few original ideas in entertainment, whether it be movies or music or anything really. You just it's very rare to see true originality anymore. I mean, you got AI songs topping the charts. That ought to tell you something. This is like one of my only gripes about this game is this matchmaking queue. If they fix this, I literally wouldn't have any complaints about this game. So when you're a solo and you queue up into duos like I am right now, you see it says searching for players and now it's 3 or 4, right? So they shouldn't throw me most most people that play ranked duos have a teammate, so they join as a pair. And I come in and I join as a single, not just me, other people as well. So you'll get a single in, just like this right here, and you'll sit at 3 or 4, and sometimes it'll take 10 damn minutes to get a partner and a match. If they just, instead of throwing the solo into the queue right away, you put a solo into a team making queue, or a match, a partner matching queue prior to throwing them into the main queue. So that way you don't hold up the teams that are already formed. Like right now, I'm holding up a pair of players and preventing them from getting matched up with another team, because I'm sitting here waiting on a partner. So if I was in a queue by myself, and then as soon as I got a partner, then they throw me into the main queue, then that would fix all of those problems with that, and then I would have nothing to bitch about. Nah, leave it. I need something to bitch about every now and then, right? And if that's all I can come up with, I think we're doing all right. Looks like the internet's fluctuating a little bit. Probably got some drop frames. Sorry about that. It should level out. Seems like maybe when I first pop into the queue, looks like it's pulling some resources, but then it levels up. Yeah, and it's only in like, so if I'm queuing up as a solo into solos, not a big deal, right? But it's only a solo player queuing into a duos match. If they fix that one issue, this issue right here, where, I mean, right now it's me being the asshole and kind of holding up the other team. And preventing them from matching up with another already formed team while I wait for a partner. But a lot of times I'm on the other end of that, right? I'm the one sitting here in a team bitching about the Lone Ranger screwing up the queue. So I don't feel too bad when I'm doing it, because it gets done to me all the time. They got I'll back out and go back in. I try. So that's, you see me backing out and going back in. What I'm doing is I'm trying to back out, give them a few seconds, so that if there isn't a second team already formed in queue as well, trying to let them pick that team up so they can go ahead and go play. And then after a few seconds, I'll get back into it. So that if there was another team that was already formed and it was in the queue right there, they would have matched up and been able to play. But I try not to make them wait on me. I am aware and try to be considerate about that. Some guys will come in here, they'll hit the queue, set the controller down, and walk away. They'll let that thing sit there and spin for an hour without backing out or doing anything. And that's where it gets annoying. Come on, let's get a game. Two of four? Three. 2 of 4 is great. 3 of 4, not so much. Usually pick up a player. It don't take that long. Let's back all the way out. Make a new lobby. And then I'll do like everybody else. I'll get in the queue and I'll just let it sit there and spin. It's been pretty decent tonight. I haven't had to wait too long. This is probably the longest I've had to wait so far. It'd be nice if Chris did show up. Let's see if anybody's on my friend. Nah. Gonna let it sit for a minute and see if we can't pick up a player. Apparently backing out and going back in. There we go, right there. Got it. Sweet. Backing out and going back in wasn't working. Okay, Warlock. That guy is probably going to be my partner. And I think he is sitting at number 1 in the world right now in duos. Or he was last night or earlier. So hopefully he's my partner. He is. Okay, cool. Yep. So he's a good player. We got a strong team here. These guys are going to have a hard time. Is he solid? He's a good dude. I play this guy all the time. But I do believe he is sitting at the top of the duos rank right now at number 1. So hopefully we should see some pretty good shots from Warlock. My guess is that the guys we're playing against are both lower level players. I don't recognize either of those names. nice shot. Not to say that they're not any good. I just think their ranking is lower than ours. You can hardly see these damn lines. Hopefully he lays me back a little further than that. Or a lot closer than that, one or the other. He read my mind. Perfect. It. Damn. You didn't push it up enough. I was worried about being too far. That wasn't far enough. That'll do. Still ain't hit the damn 108, but we'll take a 101. All right, Facer. See what you got. Whoa, that's a bit low. I don't think he caught that one right. Let's see, what's the alright, hole 8. Last par 3. It's gonna be not necessarily a tough shot they got there, but it'll be hard to get it close. Long bunker shot off of upslope. Not the easiest of approaches. Great putt. Nice putt. Sweet. Putting really is kind of the key to this game. If you can putt pretty good, you got a good chance. All right, let's see a dart warlock. Show us the magic. Looks good. Sit. Sit. That'll do. Chip that in. Hard to get much better than that in that whole location. You can get better than that, but it's like really risky. It'd be pretty easy chip. And because I said that, I'll probably miss it. Let's see what Facer got. And he beat the warlock. Sounded good. Good line. A little long. Still not bad. I can chip this in too. Should be able to. Pretty straightforward little chip for both of us. Oh. Well, you're saying there's a chance. got a little bit of movement in it. Ugh. Short. Yeah, that was a bad chip. What happened? See, it's a bug. Apparently, that dude dropped his chip. But it showed that he missed it to me. That sucked. It's a good shot by my partner. Get that close coming out the rough. Very nice. Very nice. Especially from, 200 yards away. Yeah, that was real nice. Guess that's the good part about playing with world number one. Nah, you didn't miss nothing. He hit a good shot. I hit him in the rough off the tee. I hit a poor drive, and he hit an excellent approach. And saved us the punt. Hopefully we can knock this one close. Down. Get back. Come on. Yeah. See, the last time I had that kind of crossing wind like that, my underestimated came up short and right. Well, of course, this time I overestimated. Guess the answer lies somewhere in the middle. I'm going to say Hoosiers without any clue as to how either team is playing or anything. When I look at your question, my first thought was Indiana. I'm guessing no. Nice putt. It's a nice. Excuse. Oh, 462, and I got a layup. Bleh. I could probably drive this one about 400, but man, it just doesn't really make sense to do it. I'm just gonna leave my full shot in. Although I really like smashing the hell out of it. You want to know something funny, Rob? I thought you was talking about basketball. I'd tell you how much I pay attention. And that's as good a reason as any, right? Now that might be more of a reason. Because at least that sounds like fun, you know? No shit. And this is the game? This is like the last game? If they win this one, they go undefeated? Well, I think they're going to do it. Nice. And they got a good start. That's for sure. GG's. It's nice having a competent partner. Thanks, Warlock. If you're in here, we should join up. So I don't have to keep fighting the queue and randoms. Oh, he's not back. He needs 2 more points to get back to world number 1. 2 points short. Let's see if we pick him up again. Should be able to pick him up again. He's probably going to go right back in. Yep, we got him. Cool. Now I just need some opponents. Alright, let's see who we got. Rematch? Nope, Jared's good. He's a good player. I think he's sitting right around 1900 or 2000 rank. I don't know about the other guy. I don't follow the NFL, but given the choices there, Texans all the way. I'm from Louisiana, so I gotta stick with my southern roots, you know? I root for the neighbors. Damn. I'd almost get there. It'd be good enough for a little spinner. I don't know where Conroe, Texas is. I've never heard of that. Oh yeah. I'm no stranger to I-10, I'll tell you that. I spent some time on I-10. Plenty. Suburb of Houston. Gotcha. Did we pick up Warlock? Yeah, we did. Okay. Thought so. I don't think he streams on Twitch. Pretty sure he does. Let me just check. Oh, if he does, he's not right now. Get it. Damn it. Well, that was a good line, too. Just left it a wee bit short. What up, Ollie? Thanks for the good luck, man. Appreciate you stopping by. drop that putt. Nice putt, Jared. Should have made that chip. All right, we'll get it back. No problem. Got to get Warlock back to 2200 so he can get his world #1 rank again. You can throw a dart. That's close enough to a dart. Been better if it was in the hole, but we'll take it. You rode the trolley? You know, it's funny. I've been living in Louisiana, South Louisiana, my entire life, pretty much. And I never rode that damn trolley. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. Let's see if we can get one down there. That's not horrible. I wish it would have turned a little bit more. I think we'll take that. I'm in Louisiana. I'm back in Louisiana. They got streetcars that like the trolleys like that, the type that you might think of running San Francisco. They have those as well. Well, at least they used to. They may not be in service anymore. I don't know. I don't really I don't spend much time in New Orleans. I didn't lose anything over there, and I have no reason to go back over there. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans is a bit crazy, man. If you're in the wrong area, it can be dangerous. You got to be real careful in New Orleans. Well, I don't like the place. Cool. What's up? It's Gary, right? Hello, man. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh yeah, New Orleans is. I mean, as long as you stay in the real touristy spots and you're with other people, you know, you ought to be okay. But if you stray off the path too far, it's very easy to find yourself getting mugged or stabbed or shot or whatever, man. People are, there's some, you know, it's like any other major city, Chicago, Baltimore, DC. Well, it used to be DC, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, you know, I've come very close to being carjacked in New Orleans. And if I wasn't on my game and paying attention, I would have been. I've seen people get jumped for looking at someone the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people over there are stupid. Most people, you know, that do shit like that are stupid anyway. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Yeah. See, most of the French Quarter is usually safe, but it just depends. It, yeah, a little hard. Yeah, I hope you got a good holster because they'll fucking run up behind you and steal your gun and then shoot you with it. I've seen that. You're better off not letting them know you got it and then pulling it out when you need it. Otherwise, if they see you got it, then you become a target just for having it. It's crazy. They see you have a gun, and then that makes you a target. How nuts is that, right? But it's true. They're going to want to steal your gun. I was doing some plumbing work at a Winn-Dixie in New Orleans, and I'm in the parking lot getting some materials. And I see his grandma pull up, you know, and she gets out her car and takes like a long nose fucking revolver, like, and sticks it in her fucking waist and walks into the grocery store. crazy. Coke machines lined with bullet holes. They had at least one vehicle stolen out that parking lot every day we were there. We had one guy, electrician, that was working with us. His truck got stolen 3 times from the parking lot. They'd steal it. He'd get it back. He'd steal it again. He'd put like the club on it and shit. Locking the steering wheel. They'd still steal it. They broke the club off and stole it again. He didn't get it back the last time. But yeah, go to buy a soda out the soda machine. You know, when you walk in the grocery store, they have the soda machines right there by the entrance and exit, lined with bullet holes. But that was the 9th Ward in New Orleans, and it's like the worst area in New Orleans. It's you definitely don't want to be anywhere near the 9th Ward. That I can tell you. I didn't like having to go and work over there, and we had a whole construction crew. I still didn't feel safe. Like I said, Granny gets out the car and sticks a long barrel 38 revolver in her freaking crotch and walks in the store. Speaking of naked, had one lady run around when did see butt naked. Old lady. You haven't lived till you've seen an old lady running around a grocery store naked. Alright, be good. Damn, I was right. Still right. I thought I might have been too far left. Well, I wasn't far enough. Yeah, but you know. Why work for something when you can just steal it? Which, ironically, you have to work at if you don't want to get caught. So, I guess technically they are working. It's just they're self-employed. Oh, damn. Edibles and snakes. Yeah, there's a lot of voodoo type shit that goes on in New Orleans, in the French Quarter and around the French Quarter, especially Bourbon Street. They got witch doctors and psychics and all that shit over there. There's a lot of very eclectic people in New Orleans. Very. Yeah, I'm just telling you what they call themselves. Yeah. Hey, to each their own. I don't give a shit. You do you. You know? If voodoo's your thing, hey, whatever. As long as you don't start poking me with no needles, I'm good. And if you are gonna poke me with some needles, man, hit the right acupuncture spots and fix me. Get down. That's not bad. I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a very interesting place, and there's a whole lot of history there. The bad thing is, it's just generally, it's just not a safe place to be. You know. Now, if you're going around to the museums and you're doing that type of stuff, and you're doing it during the day, you should be okay, right? But it's sad that it's that much of a problem, right? Like it's enough of a problem that I live an hour away and I'll do everything I can to avoid going over there, you know? But it's very rich in culture and history and jazz, blues, music. Music is huge. Food is awesome, in the right places. And then you got Bourbon Street, which is a great party, but it's just so dangerous that none of that is worth the risk to me. Well, New Orleans used to be the murder capital of the world, right? It's gotten better, but it's still not good. It used to be really, really bad. Oh, wait, look, let's go check. I think Warlock should be world #1 now. Let's see if he's up there. There he is. Warlock 78. This guy I was just playing with. #1. Po' boys. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Do I eat crawfish? Is the sky blue? Do bears shit in the woods? Of course I eat crawfish. And po' boys. And jambalaya. And gumbo. And alligator. And fried frog legs. Turtle soup. Shit. I'm from down the bayou, bro. We eat anything. They cook up Nutri-Rat around here and eat it. It's a little greasy though. Yeah, that you know, it's funny you say that because throughout this conversation, there's been a couple of times where I was going to mention that, but I just decided to stay away from it. Because, yeah, you want to know what, if you want to know what the French Quarter and Bourbon Street, New Orleans smells like, it smells like piss and puke. Okay? That's what it smells like. And not just fresh piss and puke. Piss and puke that's been lining the streets for a few weeks. Okay? It's not good. Yeah, because what happens is, you know, the party is in the French Quarter, like, and they don't shut down. I don't know if they might be open 24/7, but at the very least, I don't think they shut down till like 4 or 5 a.m. the next day. But and generally, it's gobs and gobs of people in there getting shit-faced hammered and puking and pissing all over the place, literally all over. And that's just the people partying there. Then you got the bums and the beggars and the troublemakers and all that hang out and also just piss on the street. It's crazy. Gotta love city life, right? Sounds so appealing. I don't know why anyone would ever want to live in an environment like that. I couldn't do it. Yes. Yeah. I mean, and look, it's you're smelling it because it's there. That's not just like an odor coming out the sewer or something. That's literally it's if you was don't like when you finish walking through New Orleans, you need to go and scrub the bottom of your shoes or throw them away. Because it's just covered in it. Urine and puke. Well, and that's shit too because they got the police. Most of the time, the police will patrol Bourbon Street and the French Quarter on horses. So you got horses running up and down the streets shitting too. I mean, they scrape up the most of it, but they don't get it all. Remind what it reminds me of is back in the day before like indoor plumbing, right? Where they used to dump their bowls and stuff out the windows onto the streets. That's what I think of when I think of Bourbon Street and the French Quarter. Like people just open up their windows and empty their bowls onto the street. Oh, dude, it's 5 times worse during Mardi Gras. I wouldn't even go. I would not go to New Orleans for a Mardi Gras parade. I wouldn't do it. If anybody ever wants to come to Louisiana to experience a parade and Mardi Gras, you need to come to Houma, where I live. Do not go to New Orleans. We have the second biggest Mardi Gras in the entire state here where I live. And it's safe. Two weeks straight of parades every weekend. And then even a couple during the week. Like, you'll get more beads than you know what to do with. That's what I'm telling you. If you want to experience Mardi Gras, you need to come to Houma, where I live. That is got all of that. If, like I said, sometimes one parade or two parades a night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the next weekend it's like the same, and then also on Monday and Tuesday. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on the second weekend. And it's got, you're talking each parade 40 or 50 floats, all decked out, just the same as New Orleans. It's exactly the same. All the riders all have the costumes. They're all throwing the same shit. Beads and footballs and frisbees and roses and whatever, moon pies and whatever the fuck else they feel like throwing. But so you get the same experience, except it's a safe environment. No, you don't want to live. You don't want to stay in my camper. But we do have plenty of nice, or hotels like Hampton Inn and shit like that. Holiday Inn. There's plenty of hotels around. If I still had my house, I would definitely put you up, but I don't have the house anymore. But what we do down here is, so it is the parade runs down Main Street, and what everybody does is backs their trucks up to the side of the road on both sides of the street all the way down the parade route, so you can rent spaces to park your truck, and then everybody hangs out in the back of the truck. It catches the bead, and the kids are usually running around the streets and shit, and the adults are getting drunk in the back of the truck. So you got a place to hang out. They all kinds of food and shit, people cooking and sound systems, and it's fun. Like, if you was to come, I could they also have like old like 18-wheeler trailers that are made into like they put handrails and shit on them and make them into like boxes for people to rent and hang out and catch the parade in. So I could, if you was to come, I could find some. I always know people that are on the parade route that have either have a truck or a trailer or something to stand in or stand around, or somebody that's cooking or something. So we could hook it up. I definitely ensure that you have a good time. That's it. Come on, man. I thought that was going to be really good. They've got. Don't get me wrong. People will walk around smoking weed, but it's not legal recreational down here yet. It's only medically. And if you're gonna smoke, you probably want to go and walk off away from the police. Smoke. You don't want to be walking down the main street smoking, because there's police all up and down the streets, right? So if you want to smoke, you just gotta take a walk down the street, back in the neighborhood, take a little walk, and then walk back up to the parade route. You'll be alright. But yeah, it's like if you was to bring your truck down, and you gave enough notice, and you wanted to rent a spot, I could facilitate that, and you would have a place to park your truck right on the parade route, so you could back your truck right up to the street, and your whole family can hang out in the back of the truck, catch the parade. You could barbecue or do whatever you want. That's the way to do it. I don't really go to the parades anymore. I used to do that shit when I was younger, but if I was to go to a parade, I would want to go and hang out in somebody's truck, somebody that I know. I don't know what a parking spot rents for, though. Maybe like $150. I don't know. I never pay for I never rent the spots. I always just know people that have spots, you know? Yeah, it don't matter. They'll have everything from low riders to giant 4-wheel drive 4x4s that are jacked up and lifted up. You can have it. They'll have it all. Hell, they got a old hearse that runs in the parade. It has a giant sound system on it. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about seeing. As long as you're in the back of a truck, you're gonna be able to see. Like, just have a lawn chair or an ice chest. Sit on that, you'll be good. Everybody else will be standing on the ground, right? So you'll be able to see over the crowd easily just by being in the back of the truck. It's a good time, really is. If you've never been to Mardi Gras, you should certainly try to go to at least one. And trust me when I tell you, you want to come to Homa. Don't even think about New Orleans. Just come to Homa. It is the second largest parades in the entire state. Like, it's no joke. It's the same shit as New Orleans, except you ain't got to worry about getting shot. I bet you could Google it. I've never Googled it, but I bet you if you Googled Mardi Gras in Homa. I bet you if you Googled that right there and went to images, you'd see what I was talking about. I'm sure that there's plenty on the internet. I just realized I'm playing Joe Schmo. He's pretty famous. Yes, sir. Where I'm from. From down the bayou, Sha. No, sir. That's Cajun French. It's not French. It's Cajun French. It's very much like slang, and it's damn near all but gone at this point. Very few people. You wanna like you can still go to some of these real small communities around. Not here in Homa, but there's smaller communities down the bayou and out in the woods and shit, and you know, just some smaller towns that still like Pontchartrain and places like that you see on maybe like Swamp People that are still trying to keep it alive, but it's a dying language, really. It's just not being passed down anymore. Yeah, it's not the same at all. Kind of like a mixture between Spanish, French, and English, and maybe even like a little German. We have a tendency to shorten everything and abbreviate shit and come up with slang words for things that don't need to be redefined, but we do it anyway. It's kind of what people around here do. We'll shorten a 3-letter word for some reason. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta really get out into the backwood country. You want to find people that still speak true Cajun French. You know, most of the older generation, they're all dying off now, but they'll know some. Like I know some, but not very much. If you want people that actually speak it, you got to go down the bayou. You probably have to get in a boat to go and meet them, you know? Cafe Du Monde. You have some beignets. That's one of the like must visit places when you go to New Orleans is Cafe Du Monde. Very famous restaurant. World famous for the beignets. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I don't know how to spell this shit either. I just know how it's pronounced. It is. It's like one of the must visit spots in New Orleans. You know. Yeah, if you ever make it down for Mardi Gras, we'll have to boil some crawfish too. And if you've had crawfish anywhere in the world other than South Louisiana, then you haven't had crawfish. I'm just saying. It's not the same. You will not get it anywhere else like you get it here. I might be short. Oops. Just like the so a crawfish boil, all the seasonings and stuff that we use for crawfish boil around here, you can't even buy that stuff anywhere else. Like, it's only sold around here in South Louisiana. All the other stuff that you get anywhere else, not the same. It's not the same thing. Same with the crawfish. Any crawfish that you buy that's not from South Louisiana is not the same. That's that old Chinese crawfish, and they don't taste the same. I don't even know where that is or what that is. But like I said, there's no for me, as far as New Orleans is concerned, it's been many probably 10 years or more since I've spent any time in New Orleans other than just driving through. I just no reason to go and hang out in New Orleans. You know, I'm good. Get up. Thank you. That was close. I underpowered that a little bit. Almost didn't make it. Yeah, I mean, it's just not a place that I'm familiar with, Rob. But quite honestly, I don't know a lot of the places in New Orleans. I know Cafe Du Monde. I've been there. Um, but that's probably the only restaurant that I could name that isn't like like Peyton Manning's got a restaurant in the French Quarter, and they got Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and shit like that. But I don't know any of the famous local restaurants other than Cafe Du Monde because, like I said, I just don't spend any time in New Orleans. So I know that they have some very nice restaurants, and I'm sure that's one of them. And they're famous, I'm sure. I don't go to New Orleans. We have really good restaurants and food here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have zero need to go to New Orleans. The only way I would go to New Orleans is with a group of people. Yeah, listen, I get that, right? Like, I've been more than once, but and so I'm good, right? Like, it's not a place that you need to continue to go back to over and over again. You go once, see it, you're good, right? Like, that's it. That's all you need. Kind of like Hawaii, you know. Once you spend a week in Hawaii, you should have pretty much seen and done about damn near everything there is to do in Hawaii, and that's it. You know, like I spent 2 or 3 months in Hawaii, and I was ready to leave. I was like, I don't want to be here no more. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but there's only so much touristy shit you can do. Yeah, I mean that's a great idea, especially if it's not if if you don't get out this way that often. If I didn't if I didn't live an hour from there and I didn't grow up around that shit, I'd want to come and check it out at least once. But hey, then you come down here, you can do swamp tours and shit, where they'll put you out in an airboat and they'll go feed alligators and shit. They got that shit down here. She's a beaut, Clark. Yeah, contrary to what you might see on the news and shit, right? Most people around here in the South don't give a fuck what color you are. Now, if you want to catch some bass, I can take you to do that. Well, I gotta borrow my buddy's boat, but provided I can get him or get his boat, I can take you to do that. To go bass fishing, though, it'd be better to probably, well, it depends. Like, I know local fishing, bass fishing, and you can catch some nice bass. I mean, 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 pounds. But if you wanna go after the big bass, then you have to go to Toledo Bend. That's where the big bass are. I can actually rent a bass boat from the Army, MWR up there. It's like $90 a day or $160 for the weekend or some shit like that. And then all you gotta do is pay for the gas. Damn. That's some of the best bass fishing in the world right there. Damn, I can't believe I fucking missed that. That sucks. Yeah, if you want bigger than that, you're not gonna catch that locally. You have to go to something like Toledo Bend or even Lake Fork in Texas or something like that. That sounds like fun. My biggest bass is just under 5 pounds here locally. I think my buddy, his biggest is a little over 6. Now there are bigger ones here. They're just they're few and far between around where I'm at locally, in the bayous and the lakes and shit. It's all very shallow and marshy, and it makes for lots of bass and some nice bass, but not really good to grow the trophy bass. Gotta hit the lakes for those. Damn, this thing is moving. Them lakes might not be natural, but they got some big ass bass in them. That's for sure. If you want to see alligators, now you gotta come down here where I'm at. We got plenty of gators around here. Big ones. 12, 13 foot. Nice. That's a good bass fishing spot for sure. I want to get out to Florida and hit some of those lakes up there. Florida's got some great, really great bass fishing. I plan to head that way eventually. Stop. Holy shit. Oh, that wasn't my guy anyway. They shouldn't even be on, bro. Hold on. Can I turn that shit off? Delay ads. I delayed it for 10 minutes. Apparently that's all I can do from here. That shit's supposed to be off. They probably fucking clicked it back on. I don't like running midstream ads. I don't mind running one in the beginning and at the end. I don't like running them in the middle. It's supposed to be turned off. This is a crazy putt. Oh, huge double breaker. Fuck yeah, bass eat frogs. That's some of the... That is, in fact, for me, personally, that's my favorite way to catch bass, is with a frog. That is the most fun. Maybe second place would be top water. But frogs are top water, but not like a top water bait you throw out and you reel back in. You got to work a frog. But, oh man, having a huge bass blow up on a frog, that shit is so fun. And it's not like they smash it and you yank and you got a fish. Like, you actually got to give them a second to fucking, to chomp down on that frog a little bit, or you're going to just yank the frog right out of their fucking mouth. So annoying when I first learned how to fish a frog. Man, you don't know how frustrating that is. To see a giant bass just smash your frog, and then just naturally, instinct, you want to yank the fuck out of it, right? Like, can't tell you, it probably the first week I ain't catch shit because I just kept yanking the frog right out their mouth. Just such a habit to, when they smash it, to yank, you know? And yeah, you ain't gonna catch like that. Not unless you get lucky. So they'll smash the frog and then kind of chomp on it a little bit and then swim away with it. And that's when you yank. You gotta give them a couple of seconds. Because they like stun it and then swallow it. It's super fun. That's my favorite type of bass fishing, but it's only really good at certain times of the year. Oh shit, that's gonna be way short. I fucked that up. It was so bad. The dog jumped on me. I don't know. I don't want to hear it. You just screwed up my shot, sucker. Nice. Yeah, the guy I go fishing with, my best friend, his father-in-law is was a professional fisherman. That's what he did for a living. And we're 2 down. This is not good. It. Come on, man. I can't hit that much better than that. Damn thing still took off. I thought that was going to be perfect. Yeah, yeah. We use chatterbait, frogs, crankbaits, spinnerbaits. Don't really worm fish. If we're gonna fish, if we're gonna flip, we'll usually use speed crawls or power bait. Oh fuck, what are they called? I forget what they're called. What the hell are they called? Now I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, yeah, power bait makes them. I forget the name of them. Plastics. You do top water. Top water works when they popping on top water at that time of year. That's fun. What works good here too is them oh shit. What are they called? Jerk baits. Jerk baits work real good around here. Spinner baits, crank baits. Probably the most that's probably what I fish with the most, and then flipping with the soft plastics, and then sometimes the chatterbaits and the swim jigs, frogs. That's about it. Flukes work real good. If you're having a hard time getting a bite, a fluke will generally induce a bite when the bites are slow. That's one thing you can pull out to usually pick up a fish or two, even when they're not really wanting to bite. Oh, armor hit driver off the deck. It. Thank you. Right, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Like I said, my best friend's father-in-law was a professional fisherman. That's all he did. He did that for many years. He just stopped doing it a few years ago. What? Nut job? Well, go. That dog is something else. Motherfucker. I'm gonna beg to go outside. 10 seconds later, begging to come back in. He ain't even finished dripping. Motherfucker. Better shake that thing. I'm letting you back in here yet. Shut up! All that yapping. Yeah, that's all I used to. That's all we both of us use. I don't even know what a Carolina rig is. I've heard the term before. And that's where you got like a leader tied to it, right? No. No, I just went through a list of the stuff that we use. That's that what I was crankbaits, spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, jerkbaits, some top water. Then we're either flipping with a speed crawl or a power bait or throwing a frog. That's pretty much it. That's all we use, really. Sometimes the swim bait, maybe. Mostly, though, either a crankbait, a spinnerbait, or flipping with some plastics. Most of the time. Damn it. Oh, I could use that one. Fluke, my buddy used. I haven't really used the flukes too much, but my buddy uses them. But generally, like I said, we only pull those out when we're having a real hard time getting bites, which isn't too often. Yep, those flukes are deadly. Thing is, around here, we don't do really very much. There's not much lake fishing. It's mostly bayous and canals and some marshy kind of areas. And so a lot of times the water goes back up into the reeds and stuff, and that's kind of where the bass, the bigger bass, want to hang out. Unless it's cool and they want to get in the deeper water, then they'll come out. They'll come out and get into the deeper water. But so we do a lot of bank fishing, you know, tossing up into the reeds, flipping into the on the side, the banks and shit like that, in the grass beds. I have two little rescue dogs. One's a Chihuahua and the other one is half poodle, half Maltese. That's the one that yaps and don't shut up. His name's Barkley for a reason. He thinks he speaks human. No, I don't really have too much of an accent because did a lot of traveling, a lot of moving and stuff, and then in the military, kind of lost a little bit I had left. If I'm around a bunch of people with a heavy accent, I'll start to pick it back up again, but Nah, generally I don't carry one. And this I need to sink this. And this thing is moving. Bam. All right. Needed that. Ain't getting the win without that one. Ooh. Shit, wind. See if I can cut that corner. I'll take that. Yeah, I don't even know what that is, Rob. Now, my buddy that I go fishing with probably knows what that is. He used to do a lot of tournament fishing too with his father-in-law. But yeah, I've never even heard of it. All right. Got a chance. Pull out this win. All right. Gotta drop this to go to a shootout. I don't know if it's going to be me or him shooting it, though. We'll see. Well, it's on him. It's out of my hands. Need you to chunk a dart, Haskell. That's not horrible. Not great. But reasonable chance. Hopefully, the cougar hunter is occupied with a cougar and shanks the shit out of this. It's a good line. Is it short? It is. Sweet. So we still got a chance. Just need if he misses, we win. If he makes it, I gotta make it. GG. Sweet. Undefeated so far. It's unusual playing with random. I think I'll test my luck. I'll play one more match. And I'll shut her down. And that is if I don't have to wait 15 minutes to get a match. Been pretty good tonight, though. All them wins ought to help push me up the rank a little bit. Still not going to get top 10. I don't think I haven't played enough duos this season to get it there. He did good for 1400. Usually when I catch those 1400s like that as partners, oh man, it's brutal. He did good. Well, I don't remember who was it Jeff Foxworthy? Here's your sign. I guess that's my sign. Well, shut her down. Because I ain't sitting here waiting for 3 or 4 all night. Hey, appreciate you hanging out, Rob. Thanks everybody else for stopping by and saying hello. And thanks for the subs and the thumbs up. Appreciate it. I will start to be streaming more frequently, at least hopefully 2 or 3 times a week. Try and get on a trying to work out a schedule. So, yeah, man, if you see me on, stop by and hang out. I should be popping on a lot more frequently now. So, hope to see you around. Take it easy, my friend. Don't forget, be a good human. Tell somebody you love them. And have your squirrels spayed or neutered. That's it for me for now. Goodbye, everybody. Peace.